Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. And look, it's been a few weeks between drinks, between this video today and the one that I done it's nearly a month ago now. So I've been pretty busy. There's been a little bit of thought going into how we install some of these products, getting some things made up, some custom things. And you know, in the next video, I'll do a whole boat reveal showing you what I've done and a little bit of timing. It's taken a little bit longer than expected, but you know, better to not rush into these things and do it half-assed, so to speak. So, look, today I thought I'd do a video around all the Garmin stuff that I'm putting on my boat. Look, we'll definitely start with what I've tried to do. So, with the console, the main console there, we've only got a small room, but I wanted a big sound, and I thought, you know, 212s, 216s, well, that really makes it quite wide, and I didn't really want that at the console. So I've just gone for the 8416, just one of them to actually, you know, pretty much nice big screen. And some of the key things about this, it actually sits really good behind the screen of the Basco boat. And we've just done a little bit of custom cutting out of that screen as well, so we could sit it over as far as I can. So where I'm sitting, the steering wheel and that, it's as in line as what it can be. It's not all the way over here. It's sort of stuck in my face. And you know, once I turned this on and started using this unit, I couldn't believe how easy it was. And look, probably about 10 years ago, I had an old Garmin unit. I can't remember the name of it, but I found that it was a little bit more integral in using. These units they're just really easy to use, and I was blown away how simplistic it was. You know, someone that hasn't used these sorts of sounders before, or have used other brands, will be able to pick these sounders up and just start dialing in from the get-go. So that's what I've done there. Look, I've also gone with the Navionics Vision. Also, just once again, great card, has a shading on it. All the fishing stuff that we need, all the marks, it's all pretty up to date, relevant, and it's very easy to see on these 84 series sounders. And on the back of the mount, obviously we went with the GT56 transducer, which is literally is picking up everything when I've gone and tested the boat. So I've been really happy with that. Now at the front, I didn't know what I was going to go in the way of sounders. Once again, it's sort of like it really curves in tight at the end there, and I wanted to sort of deck back on the actual deck and not up on the actual, I guess, on top of the hull or the gunnel, so to speak. So I've gone the 8412s, and I've gone two of them. Obviously, I want to have I guess a one on live scope all the time, and then the other one running as normal. I thought about 216s, but because it's sort of a bit narrow there, and I sort of had to get the Kraken in a way where, you know, it had to sort of just, it's all fairly tight. It's sitting really good. It fits well. Everything's where it wants to be. The Kraken, you know, is just sitting out inside that gunnel space, so it's all aligned quite well. And I've sort of put that over a little bit to my left-hand side. And the reason is that I'm probably going to put some switches in the gunnel off to the right there for trimming the motor and maybe some anchor lights. So that's the way I've gone. I thought about the 16, you know, 216s or maybe even 116, but I thought the 212s was like a happy medium for me and what I wanted to do with my fishing. So that's what I've done. Now look, the Force Kraken, I've gone the 63 inch. Obviously I haven't brought it inside here. It's a massive box. It would be over my head, but look, it's a beast of a thing, and I can't wait to get that on the water. I've gone with the one with the built-in GT56 transducer in it, and I can't wait to get that on. I've just put an insert up here of just doing a quick little rundown of what it looks like, but you don't really grasp the size of it and how beefy it is until it's out of the box. Yeah, it's a tank of an electric motor, and I obviously can't wait to use it. Now with this as well, I've gone the LV34 with the GS10 network kit. I've gone and got that. I'm going to mount that directly onto the Kraken. Now, here's a trap for young players that are thinking about doing exactly what I did. There's a particular mounting kit that you got to get for your Kraken motor. So just be aware of that. Look, it's another couple $100, but it's very specific. And look, I might actually do a video about how we install that, because it's not as simplistic as what I thought it was going to be. It's a little bit more technical, but I think with the instructions, and I have to say all the instructions that I've gotten with the Garmin products, the bang on target, all the measurements like spot on, all the sizing, what they recommend tools to use has been unreal, and it's been quite easy to follow. So I'm usually not good at reading instructions, but in this circumstance, they're pretty plain speak, and I think anyone can, grasp it and understand what they're trying to do. On top of that, we've gone with the foot pedal as well. So I thought about whether I wanted to hardwire this in or have it battery operated. And what I'm going to try and do, and if there's anyone out there that can maybe give me some advice, is that I want to leave it as a battery sort of version. And if that's a good thing, I don't know if it is or not, but I want to leave it as a battery version. When I go out to sea, I sort of want to be able to take that foot pedal out, because I'm not really going to use that out at sea. And I was sort of thinking like doing like a Velcro. So, because I've heard horror stories of, pedals that aren't bolted down flying out once you get up to a few speeds and hit a bit of chop. So I want to try and avoid that if I can. But yeah, if anyone has any hacks about how we could do that, that would be really cool to know. Look, we also got the for the sounders, the networking as well. So obviously we want everything talking to each other, and that will go a long way in, if I want to just stick my Kraken motor down with the LV34, I can use it as a pole, sit back at the helm and just sort of watch and try and like figure out my spots or figure out where the fish are just by just driving around and just sort of looking, especially on them pre-fish days. But in general, I found when I first got the 8416 and got it in the boat, like just spending that extra time just driving around and obviously dialing in the units, but just taking the time just to really go over banks like and get them well read out. So, you can sort of put together a game plan, I guess, if you're going on the weekend fishing trip or even for comps. It doesn't really matter. So it's really good to have that in play. So look, the last thing about with the Kraken as well is I've just gone and got a stabilizer kit for it. Now, at 63 inches, you're going to have that bit of play, that little bit of bounce around. My gunnel's probably only 10 centimeters off the head, so it's quite close. I'm also going to sit this within the gunnel. We're just going to have a little bar there. It's a nice little easy clip in, clip out. Obviously, you've got to cut it to size, but once again, the instructions are pretty well in plain English, in the English part, and it's quite easy to sort of understand what you need to do there, because I think if I didn't get this, I think I'm going to hit the gunnel in a bit of rough water. And the thing is, as soon as you take it off, it just folds down. It sort of hopefully will stay out of my way, and obviously I'll still have enough room to probably run my rods down the side of the boat as well. So it's not really going to be a big inconvenience, but it's really going to protect the head of that forced Kraken motor. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. I really just wanted to, showcase what I was doing with this boat. I had a few messages after the first video. If you haven't watched that video, jump on the channel. It's the one before this one. And there was a lot of people that wanted to know, they were interested in this boat, where was it going? And hopefully in due course, maybe in the next 2 or 3 weeks, we can do a final review once everything's installed. We're just waiting on, like I said, 1 or 2 things. Probably that's LV34 bracket for the Kraken, but hopefully everything else will be put into this boat in the next day or two. So once again, big shout out to Yamaha for doing that work. They're very busy at this time of year. Wasn't the best idea to try and do this in the last week of December or before Christmas, but look, the guys have made some time for me to get this done. And also Garmin for giving me a little bit of insight about some of these products. I really appreciate it. Alright guys, stay tuned. The next video is coming up. It'll be the full boat reveal. You'll see everything here in a few weeks' time. Cheers.